Time. Don't you wish you had more of it? We all do. Does it feel to you at times that you're always busy, but at the end of each day, you've never really gotten that much done? How mindful are you about the way you spend your time? You would do well to listen to the words of Seneca, a Roman philosopher from 2000 years ago. It is not that we have a short space of time, but that we waste much of it. From the moment you're born, your life clock starts ticking, so it's up to you to make the most of it. But don't worry, we're here to help you out with 5 quick tips for better time management. So let's dive in. I want you to consider your own money. Would you simply waste it? We're sure you won't. So would you aimlessly waste your time? This brings us to our first tip. Realize that time is a finite commodity. The moment you realize that time is not unlimited and you're here with an exhaustible amount of it, you already start becoming more aware of how you spend your time. So don't let the hours just tick by endlessly. Realize you have a limited amount of time and it will begin shifting your mind to make the most of it. Tip number 2. List down the biggest time wasters in your life. There are a lot of time wasters, but does this look familiar to you? Just think about how much time you waste each week on social media, watching TV, or binging on series. List down all the biggest time wasters in your life and try adding up how much time you spend on them every week. There are a bunch of apps out there that can help you with this. Most modern smartphones allows you to log time, for example, that you spend on social media. And once you actually begin listing down this time and adding them together, you'll be pretty shocked to discover how much of your time you actually waste. Once you know how much time you waste on unnecessary things, you can actively start replacing that with better things. Just think of all the books you can read, all the courses you can do in that time, or perhaps just spending some time on the things you really enjoy instead of just mindlessly browsing. Next, we were looking at using the Eisenhower decision matrix. This is a powerful tool you can use to help you manage your time more effectively. This term was first made popular by Stephen Covey in his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and is named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, a famous general, military strategist, and President of the United States. It's a simple graph consisting of 4 quadrants, each corresponding to a category that you can organize your tasks by. So if you look at it here, you will see there's an urgent and important, not urgent and important, not important and urgent, and not important and not urgent. So first off, let's look at the urgent and the important. These are tasks with clear deadlines and significant consequences that if not completed in a timely fashion, it will be a problem. So these tasks, do it. Next, the important but not urgent. These are tasks with no set deadline, but that brings you closer to achieving long-term goals. These tasks, schedule it. Next, we'll be looking at urgent but not important. These are tasks that need to get done, but don't need your expertise in order to be completed. These tasks is usually appropriate to delegate. Finally, we'll be looking at the not important and not urgent. These are tasks that distract you from your preferred course and don't add any measurable value. Delete it. Another tool you can use, especially in combination with the Eisenhower decision matrix, is to-do lists. To-do lists are powerful tools, and yes, it's so simple and easy that any person can use it. They will help you structure your days and commit to specific tasks. There are a variety of apps to use, or even a notebook, perhaps a diary, even a piece of paper will work. Feel free to get a little creative with your to-do lists. There are many ways to structure your lists. For example, you can have daily lists, weekly lists, monthly lists, or a combination of them. It's also highly recommended to use multiple to-do lists. For example, you will have a to-do list for all the personal things you need to do, and you might have a to-do list for all the work-related things. When you're creating your to-do list, try sorting them in accordance with the Eisenhower decision matrix and kind of try and categorize your tasks into that matrix. Don't forget, tick off completed tasks on your list. Seeing a task ticked off will give you a significant mental advantage. Does this look like you? Do you work like this? This brings us to the last step on your list. Give your undivided attention and avoid multitasking. When a person is overburdened with tasks, it's easy to begin multitasking and trying to do everything at once. Multitasking is the enemy of productivity and will lead to distraction, causing you to get even less done. Keep your focus on one task and complete a task before moving on to the next task. So just a little recap. Realize that time is a finite commodity. List down the biggest time wasters in your life. Use the Eisenhower decision matrix. Remember that to-do lists are powerful tools. And give your undivided attention and avoid multitasking. If you're interested in sharpening your time management skills even further, be sure to check out our Time Management Foundation course. Link can be found in the description.